What's up YouTube? Jared, RedRacer video, bringing you another one today. Hey guys, I've been threatening you for a long time with a big long series of videos about everything that is on my car and all of the pieces that are on it. I keep telling you guys I feel like I have the baddest 6th gen Camaro on the planet, and I think maybe some of you guys think that I'm just saying that, but I firmly believe that. In today's video, I'm gonna start getting into why. Now it's gonna take me a little while to get through this because there are a lot of different parts on the car, but today's video, guys, making a 1,000 wheel horsepower monster, and we're starting that today. And today we're talking about cold air intakes, and we're doing that right now. Once again, everybody, thanks for joining the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, this is the channel about automotive awesomeness. We talk about a lot of car performance stuff, mostly late model GM performance, but if you like late model GMs, if you like Camaros, if you like twin turbos, if you just like fast cars, because we'll have all kinds of everything on the channel, this is a good place for you. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then make sure you hit the bell next to subscribe so you get notified when we have new videos. Like I mentioned though, guys, today, the video, making a 1,000 horsepower monster, wheel horsepower rather, making a 1,000 wheel horsepower monster, and how we did it. You know I don't want the videos to get redundant, and I don't want to make a video about every little bolt, so I'm going to try to have to kind of find my way through this as we go. But I also didn't want the videos to be like showcasing 2 or 3 parts at a time, because by the time I gave you guys information and talked about my opinions about it and gave you guys my experiences with it, I think those videos get long. So today's video, just cold air intakes. Real quick, guys, my car does not have a cold air intake on it. So it kind of sounds weird. We're making a cold air intake video and I'm telling you I don't have a cold air intake on my car, but we are twin turbo. So because we're twin turbo, my intake is basically right here and that one over there. So I've got 2 filters on my car, and that's because each of those pipes are connected to a turbo. In a twin turbo car, depending on where they mount, obviously, but my bottom mounts mount down below. The best place to get cool air is from the engine bay up in the front of the engine, and that's why they mount those there. So that's what my intake is essentially. So I would have an AGP intake technically, because I have an AGP twin turbo kit. It's now been changed and modified and changed and modified a number of times to correct some of the shortcomings, I would call them, in the kit. But technically that's kind of the intake I have. This car has been through a number of different setups. You know, we started, the first process in this car was intake, throttle body, and the supercharger and the headers and the methanol injection. So we kind of jumped in both feet first. But for our first rendition, or our first setup, we actually ran the Roto-Fab cold air intake. And for those of you guys that watch the channel, you guys already know I love Roto-Fab. I've liked Roto-Fab for a long time. I had a 2014 1LE that JDP did at Cam and all the bolt-ons and all that stuff too. We did run a Roto-Fab cold air intake in that setup. I was incredibly happy with the product. I was happy with the drivability, just everything about it. I had no complaints, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So when it was time to go 6th gen, I actually got an opportunity to be one of the developmental cars for Roto-Fab. So we got an early model Roto-Fab cold air intake on this car that Jordan was using for tuning purposes and comparisons, and we were able to do a lot of that testing for them on this car. So we had one of the very early Roto-Fab cold air intakes on this car and kept that intake going forward all the way up to 772 wheel horsepower and 788 foot-pounds of torque to the wheel. Cold air intakes, guys, real quick, I don't want this video to get crazy long, so I'm gonna jump into just some quick information. A, yes, I love the Roto-Fab intake. B, ask anybody on the internet, Facebook, the Camaro pages, the Camaro.com forums, whatever it might be, you're gonna get some people that'll throw in there the CII intake, and I'm not knocking that intake, it's a decent intake. There have been some issues where the lids whistle and stuff like that, but I honestly just don't like the way that looks. And again, it's all personal preference. I know everybody's gonna have different things. I know Air Aid makes an intake for the 6th gen Camaro, and Air Aid doesn't make anything that's not good, so I'm confident that would also be a good intake for you. But if you're going for the best intake on the market for your 6th gen Camaro, and if they have an offering for really anything you guys drive, I am gonna give Roto-Fab, I wish I wasn't holding a camera and I wish I had more hands so I could give Roto-Fab 4 thumbs up, because they're amazing people, they make great products, and we made very, very good power, very good results on the intake. It is bolt-on horsepower, no tune required. Yes, you gain more by tuning for it, but if you were going to tune for it, I would recommend doing a number of other things with it if you were gonna spend the money on a tune. That's a whole nother video. Cold air intake, you guys should absolutely do it. My recommendation is Roto-Fab. 2 different cars now, having had them, loved both of them. The installation is super straightforward. I didn't install mine, I won't lie. JDP does all of my work. I could have done it, sure, but I tried to put my Roto-Fab coolant reservoir cover on the other day, And it took me a while just because I'm that bad with my hands. I mean, there's no point in lying to you guys. I get this stuff. I geek out on it. I am fascinated by all of it. I'm learning to tune right now. I'm teaching myself to tune. So, I mean, my knowledge base is there, but when it comes to like actually just turning the wrenches and doing the stuff, I just don't enjoy it. I just don't. I wish I did so I can make more videos for you guys like Lethal and such, but it's just not my thing. I just don't like doing it. But the information fascinates me, and I want to bring it to you guys. So I'm going to be the mouthpiece for this stuff, but you're not going to see me turning many wrenches. So anyways, back to what I was saying. The installation on it is straightforward. The gains from them are very good, so you guys should run a cold air intake on your car. There's a bunch of other stuff you should run with that, in my opinion. That video is coming next. So hope you guys enjoyed that. That was just part one about how we made all of our power. I know that was a really long answer, but I've had a bunch of people ask, you know, how did you get to this power level when you were on the Magnuson? I've had people ask, how did you get to this power level on the turbos? So I just basically, like I've told you guys before, I kind of like to follow the fans, so to speak, information, or follow the promptings, if you will, that I get from the people who watch the channel and support the channel. There is literally so much stuff on this car, and it's going to take me a long time to get through all these videos, but I'm going to keep them coming. As soon as it warms up and I can actually drive the car, I'll throw in some more like driving the car stuff and show you guys some of the sounds and things like that. But for right now, I'm snowed in. And for as long as I'm snowed in, we're going to bring you guys the series that shows you guys how I built the baddest 6th gen Camaro on the planet. So in the meantime, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I said, make sure you guys like and subscribe. There's tons of other videos on the channel for other stuff. So if you haven't seen them, guys, go scroll through, check the videos out, give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next RedRacer video.